Welcome back to another video here, guys. Today, I'm gonna be this video because I need a short little ride. But let's start back where we left off last time. Uh, a little bit of a doozy. So last time, it left leaving off on I found his world. It was him this entire time. It's the last video to conclude Revan's storyline. It all started with this video. I found him. I think I'll have problem. I found his world. It's been 4 episodes. And it's the 5th one. Where we finally figure out what he's been up to. Yes, Vince has now his official channel and he's officially Green Fox. And today we're going to talk about everything that we can expect from this series. And the evil that's happened. So basically, here's the storyline so far that we know about its series. So basically, the main good guy, villain looking guy, the main secret guy you all heard of, Chris is his name, and he plays an important part in Minecraft Friendship Season 3. Now, not the same as, but he wanted to do his own instance for his own SP. But since he didn't get access from me or anything, he decided to go and conquer a different SMP. So that's when my story. That's where the story begins. He wants to be the main character of his series, the main bad guy for once. And yes, he's become the bad guy now in his own little series. And this person right here, Vince, Harold World, basically, I think a whole other thing. I don't know who they are or they came from, but they're interesting. Follow the story at least of. So just say this used to be one of my channels called Swifford, but yes, one day a mysterious per- person called Vince took over this channel with this one video here called I am Vince, and then my friend he just playing what, and then I found you again. Uh, the the escape behind the QA, revenge of the fake Arthur's revenge of Cryptid's army. So yes, let's start with where we last time watched the series. The whole series follows our main protagonist attack. I guess our this whole franchise series thing follows, I guess, the Green Fox guy and my friend Arthur. And yes, apparently they set off to a quest. Apparently, quest to stop these hacker guys. Since, yes, I guess he made him he made himself known as a QA. Thinks he could be a hacker, but he's not. By the way, I'm gonna figure it out. And yes, the story all started on I think around the second or the first episode. I don't know, with Wither Skull 123. Now, the, behind the QA will tell you a lot more about the story. But the newest episode ends off with Vince turning evil, and I would not expect something bad to happen. Nothing bad to happen to his channel after a while. But before we even go on to that, Vince is gone. Only evil Vince now. Well, that's the whole story. But the story began a lot before this, before the videos started coming up. It started 5 years ago. 5 years ago, when I finally had students. Well, can't tell you the exact age, but still being a little kid. Yeah, exactly. So keep that in mind. Basically, being around the age of almost a teenager, it's like to say that. And actually, almost being 6 years ago, because normally this year should be the sixth year, almost. I don't even remember when it starts. Okay, I made a friend, actually, a friend called Hunky. Hunky is the guy who I knew, and he knew these other people, Vince and Vince's sister, Pinky, as they both were sisters that lived quietly on to it and into confusion. But then there was this other guy who wanted to join us that we do not know at the time what was Witherskull 123. Not a hacker, but a host. That Vince started the server. We began getting all our materials. We killed the Ender Dragon on one day in real life, by the way, not in Minecraft. We killed the Ender Dragon. We got full Netherite second to on the third day because we were speedrunners, kind of with the hacker powers, I guess if you know. Um, we got so much done that we didn't build much. We only built a little because the server only lasted a couple days, around 5 or 10 days, I quite remember. And it ended all off. That Spence turned different. He loved dirt. How? Well, the story now tells you that apparently Witherskull 123 has decided to do something. But who would have done this all that time ago? Well, good old friend of mine called Chris. Real name, I will not reveal. If you guys want me to do, and then if that's something you want to know, the real name or not, or actually the real name behind it, and the actual voice actor, because it is not me. You really want to know the name because that's what we call him for now. That's what I call him for now. His real name is different, and you'll know very soon. Now, if you remember correctly, after all those years, one player kept playing, and that player was Vince. Everybody left except for him. He kept playing and playing and playing. Since there was only nobody left, he kept being AFK and AFK and AFK and started putting journal, putting a journal together and putting stuff together on every single page. And after a while, he found my channel. One fateful day of one of my live streams of my server, by the way. And he figured out how and why. He then decided to use a code breaker to break into a server or break into my account. Actually, not code breaker because technically because this used to be a server, but now it's a world. We had our password saved on a sign, and as we can clearly see in this first episode, he must have broken them a long time ago, so nobody would know them, but only him. So I guess, he would have broken into my account with my password and all. But you would think I had an older Minecraft account, but apparently not. I don't know why. I didn't think of it, but should have just made Minecraft account. There we go. But yes, we decided to go on to it. Though I don't have any old worlds because I never, most of the time, never played Minecraft. I was mostly playing other games that were engaging, fun. But then ending up one day, we got another notification. This one guy, Vince, played on their world. He loved dirt. And well, yes, at the time I already had forgotten about this friend I met. You know, I forgotten about who he was. I forgot everything about it. I didn't even figure it out ever again. So It's for sure fact, but I didn't know who they are. And now I'm still thinking if there's something left in my brain from back then that could help me solve this mystery. And what happened to this Minecraft world? And why? And what is the QA? Well, good question. And today, I think we're gonna try to find out what the QA is, and maybe figure out a way to how to stop them. Well, we kind of already might know. Since Crisp is interesting to be notified, and I think, you know, when you watch my past Friendship 63, you will know a lot about him, a lot more. Well, in my series, he plays more like a thing. But he does also give some of his own storytelling into it, so maybe you get some hints towards weaknesses or anything about this player, what they can't, what they're not good at. So maybe you get that about it. And one thing is, they're not good at survival mode, guys. You've never been good at survival mode. That's one thing I can tell you right now. Just keep that in mind. You're very bad at survival. Not too bad at PvP though. Not too bad, but not the best. So yeah, one fateful night. Then he decided to make my server fully dirted and desert my full house and all that stuff. And well, we shut down that full blockers. P, by the way, it was called because of the issue. And well, Pinky was first. It was regularly one day that I wanted to find my friend as random name I remembered. So I tried to prank them. It's the name that I remembered. But slowly and surely they must have figured out a way and saw like an old live stream of mine of this world. He must have remembered my husband as well, since Vince treated their brother. So they would have known. They would have probably noted down on some sort of key thing, like, and somehow everybody figured out a way to enter my account. Why? I don't know. Still not. There's gotta be an answer somewhere, right? There's gotta be an answer. Why? And how is not a little bit. But the main question is why? Why do this? Why do this to a world that had so many, not many memories? Why? That's where my question keeps coming from. Why? 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 Just why? And I think today I'm gonna find out exactly why. And how is not the question right now. That I'll keep for a later video. But I'm gonna answer my question from why. Because it's, it's still not getting to me. Why would you do this to your own friend you knew? Well, that's just a good question. And I think it begins with Discord right now. Don't worry, we're gonna talk about this group as well. There's an early song thing right there. There's some early Suno songs coming. Oops, I leaked them. I don't even know when this video is coming out yet. So first of all, we go back not to this. Actually, we actually do have to go back in here because we actually have to go to the not Revenge of the QA, but the QA website itself. Actually, I think I sent it to Kitty as well. Uh, right here. This is the QA website. It says need to join our program Minecraft event. You're in luck. We're the QA. That means quality access. Quality access, you know, to whatever mean, whatever quality access, whatever kind of quality access. Here's the website, by the way. It's a nice animation. It has changed a lot since its first debut. Since when I first found out about it, since Techie is pretty special, or pretty cool, but now he's apparently forgotten his password to his account, and now probably won't come back anytime soon. Tecker. We're gonna talk about some stuff in later on. But as you can see, QA shut down soon. Wondering what that means? It seems like we are our firm, and Vince have pushed them a little bit too far into thinking they should shut down their website, so we don't know the next plan. But then also thinking about what they should do. And it says, we want to find our stupid friends now before we rule this world and shut down Minecraft. We know this thing will never happen. This word right here, that's never gonna happen. Promise you guys. I'll figure out we'll figure out a way. And when it says shut down Minecraft, I would probably think shut down all the Minecraft servers that Vince ever made. Yeah, that's what I think. Like shut down Vince from ever playing Minecraft. That's what I think that means. And not to think you have a Discord server, but that's not much of it. There's Vince, Pinky, and there's some videos called The Revenge of Arthur. It's basically the ones you already saw. There's a countdown to my season 3, by the way, being October October 4th. We're gonna be seeing the official episode, so be sure you're there October 4th for episode 0 of season 3. Yes, it's called episode 0. We'll talk about that later in a later video. But there's also the death of the QA site. Also the next end that is apparently later, 6 days later, after the death of QA sites. And picking the dates, these 2 dates would still be this. I guess one of them would still be in September. The other one would be after the first episode, right? No, it would be, yeah, it would actually be after the first episode of season 3. So, meaning that this will be interesting. Now, the second's still counting down, as we can see. Also, we're just gonna see how it goes to 16 and 22 hours, because why not? Now, there's some members of this QA profit that you can read on. These are members, by the way. There's Crisp, Squidward, 2, and Muffy, Fisher, Funky Monkey, and there's band members being Witherskull, 123, and Arthur. And being these band members, I don't know what that even gonna do about it. The website doesn't give much detail. It only gives us a glimpse of what to do. Also, why are you here? Why? Oh, you destroy the server. Don't ask why I add him back. That's a question to answer another day, okay? Please? Please, can you say that? That's a question to add to ask another day. And server ruined. Well, I'll talk about that later. Server. In what way? But for now, we're gonna go ahead and yeah. Think about it. What's gonna happen next? What will happen next to this world? Now, onto it. I think this might be almost ending off the series, but of sure of being it, Vince literally says in his latest video, being the revenge of Christmas Army, he says, we blow up his village. He would be feared of us. But, I don't think that's gonna help anything, buddy. But I have an idea of my own plan. But we'll talk about that. We'll talk about that one day or another. But that's not for today's video or anything to do with it. But my plan, I already kind of know what I wanted to do with this. But, uh, but I got an idea. So basically, the war being that it's gonna be interesting to see how it ends. And I'll see you all in the next one, by the way, because I don't know how it ends yet. There's more coming. We'll see you later.